Welcome everyone. So our today's topic is related to chemical reaction and equation, and this lesson is from class 10th part 1. So this is a part 1 video from this lesson, chemical reaction and equation. So let's start today's video. Alright, so in previous standard we have seen how compounds are formed by chemical combination of a element. So chemical combination means here we can take an example of formation of a water. So to form water, two hydrogen atoms are combined with a one oxygen atom to form a one water compound, okay, or water molecule we can say. So their chemical reaction taken place between hydrogen and oxygen to form a water. So we have also learned that the driving force behind the formation of a chemical bond is to attain an electronic configuration with a complete octet. That means to form a compound, driving force should be there. Now here what is driving force? It is a force which required to form a new compound. That is for breaking the bonds and to form a new bonds, driving forces required. Okay, so here we you can observe here like sodium atom and chlorine atom. So to complete octet, that means octet complete means in the last shell of an atom there should be total 8 electron. All right, so here we can see here that sodium is sharing, or sodium is giving one of the electron to chlorine atom just to attain the octet state. So here sodium and chlorine octet state will be completed. So in the arrow, right side arrow, you can observe here the sodium, in the last shell of the sodium 8 electrons are there, and the last shell of a chlorine also 8 electrons are there. So that means the octet of a sodium and chlorine are complete. Okay, so the atoms attain a complete octet by giving, taking or sharing of an electron with each other. It means here just now I have said that sodium is sharing one of the electron with a chlorine just to attain the octet state, or just to attain the stability. Now our next topic in this lesson is a chemical reaction. Now let's see what is a chemical reaction. Okay, so some of the scientists of the 18th and 19th century carried out fundamental experiment on chemical reaction. So here and they proved from their experiment that during the chemical reaction composition of the matter changes and the change remains permanent. All right, so here you can observe the above example like methane. When methane is combined with the two molecules of oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide and water. So that means here the composition of a matter, like composition of a methane and oxygen, changes to carbon dioxide and water. So chemical reaction, the composition of a matter will changes and this change remains permanent. We cannot separate the carbon dioxide and water. Okay, during, on the contrary, during the physical change only the state of a matter changes, and this change is often temporary in nature. Like you can observe the second picture, cutting of the wood. Okay, so in cutting of the wood, what happened? This change is temporary. All right. Okay, so here one table is given in our textbook, page number 30. So identify physical and chemical changes from the phenomena given in the following table. So here table is given, 3 columns are there, phenomena is given, and we have to identify whether it is physical change or chemical change. Okay, so let's do one by one. So transformation of ice into water is a physical change. That means the water is converting in, ice is converting into the water. No chemical reaction takes place. Now second is a cooking of food. When we cook food, there are certain reaction taking place. That means raw food is converted into the cooked. Okay, so this is a chemical change. Their texture, their color, their taste changes. That means the chemical change happens. Third is the ripening of fruit. So ripening of the fruit, again it is a chemical change. Okay, so color, texture, taste, smell, everything is changing. That means reaction taking place. Now fourth one is milk turned into curd. Now this is the breakdown of a lactose which is there in the milk is converting into the lactic acid. That means here chemical reaction taking place. So this change is chemical change. Evaporation of a water, this is a physical change. Now sixth is the digestion of a food in the stomach. It is again a chemical change. Okay. Now seventh is size reduction of a naphtha balls exposed to air. So this is which change? This will be physical change. Now eighth one is staining of Shahbaz or Karpak tile by lemon juice. So when we in a lemon juice we know citric acid is there. So when the citric acid or lime juice will fall on the Shahbaz, its staining will happen on the Shabat or Karpa tile. So this is a chemical change. Now 9th is breaking of a glass object on falling from a height. So there is no chemical change. So this is an example of a physical change. Okay. So a physical change takes place due to change in the parameters. Now parameters means like temperature and pressure. Often a physical change is reversible. Physical change is reversible. That means here we can say that ice is converting into the on heating ice, it is converting into the liquid, and on cooling liquid, it will converting into the freezing liquid, it will converting into the ice. So this is a reversible change, and the composition of a matter remains the same in physical change. For example, ice is transformed into water on heating, and water is transformed into ice on cooling. Now on the contrary, if the composition of a matter changes during the process, then it is called as a chemical change. That means when the composition of a matter will be changing, so it will be a chemical change, not physical change. When we say a particular example, like here we can take an example of a burning of a wood. So burning of a wood, this is an example of a chemical change, because carbon dioxide gas is releases into the air. So this is an example of a chemical change. Okay, so chemical reaction. So a chemical reaction is a process in which some substances undergo bond breaking and are transformed into new substances by formation of a new bond. So in simple language, what is a chemical reaction? This is the formation of a new product or new substance by bond breaking or bond formation. So this is a chemical reaction. All right. So here we can take an example of a formation of a carbon dioxide gas by combustion of a coal in air is a chemical reaction, and in this this is a chemical reaction, like carbon dioxide is mixed with air, so it will form carbon dioxide. Okay, so the here the bond formation will takes place between carbon and oxygen to form a carbon dioxide. Okay, and this carbon and oxygen, they are combining together to form a new compound, that is a carbon dioxide, and here carbon and oxygen will called as a reactant, where the carbon dioxide it is forming, this is called as a product, and this is a chemical reaction or chemical equation. Alright, now let's understand the chemical equation by taking some example. Okay, so here a colorless solution of a zinc sulfate, and molecular formula of zinc sulfate is ZnSO4 is formed on addition of a zinc dust to the blue solution of a copper sulfate, that is CuSO4. Alright, so chemical reaction of this phenomena can be written as like this, that is aqueous solution of a copper sulfate. Okay, aqueous solution of a copper sulfate with addition of a zinc dust, it will gives us, or it will form a new product of a aqueous solution of a zinc sulfate and copper. So okay, so here this simple way of representing a chemical reaction in words is called as a word equation. That means I have written with a green and blue blue matter, it is called as a word equation. All right, now a word equation can be written in further condensed form by using chemical formulae as follows. So here CuSO4 plus zinc will gives us, or will form a new product, that is zinc sulfate ZnSO4 plus copper. Okay, and the representation of a chemical reaction in a condensed form using a chemical formula is called as a chemical equation. So in previous slide we have seen how to write a word equation, and in this slide we have seen how to write a chemical equation. Okay, so on the left hand side the two things are written, that is copper sulfate and zinc. These two are combining to form a new substance. Okay, so the copper sulfate and zinc together, it is called as a reactant, and zinc sulfate and copper which are forming with the reactant, it is called as a product. So this is the way we have to write chemical equation and a word equation of a particular chemical reaction. So I hope you all have understood today's topic, and the representation of a chemical reaction in a condensed form using a chemical formula is written is called as a chemical equation, and in the above equation copper sulfate, that is CuSO4, and zinc are the reactant. Just I have saved you, and the ionic bond in the reaction copper sulfate breaks, and the ionic bond in the product zinc sulfate is formed during the chemical reaction of this things. Alright, so I hope you all have understood, and the next part of this lesson we can continue in our next session. Thank you.